G'day guys, Luke here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video guys, we are doing the ref room update for August 2024. This is part 1. We are in the lizard room yet again. Today we'll be starting off with Thumper. Now Thumper here is my Gigi Skink. He's doing exceptionally well, loving the new environment that we put him in. Other than that, he's been a funny little skink and overall just doing great. Now he's housed in a 60cm enclosure, so it's 2 feet in dimension. In his enclosure, we've got his sand as his substrate, got his food bowl, water bowl, his fake rock stack that he loves. Now all it is really some insulation boards cut up with some tile pointing, and I just chucked a bit of sand on top of them just to stop the poo from sticking to it. He's got a proper hide in that corner there, so he does have one proper hide, but generally he likes to hang out in his fake rock stack. Got foam backing which came with the enclosure. We've got his infrared projector and his LED UV light bar. So pretty much all my UVB now is these LED light bars, and with the heating it's either a heat pad or infrared projector. I am slowly going to turn over to ceramics yet again, just finding the infrared projectors. I've heard a few things, so by saying that I won't go into too much detail on that. His neighbour is Pedro. Now Pedro, he's a pink tongue skink. Now I don't see him much, but when I do get him out, he's fine. He's still quite healthy. He's still lean and mean, but it's kind of normal for pink tongue skinks to be on the skinnier side. But saying that, he's still healthy. He's also housed in a 60cm enclosure, so it's also 2 feet. It's a bit differently set up. We've got 2 hides on the ground for him to hide into. We've got his branch, his food bowl, water bowl, coconut fibre as his substrate. Got his backing, which I incorporated a hide into, which he loves. He's got just a normal light strip on top of his enclosure to display the enclosure, and he's got his heating as well. The next lot of enclosures that we are going to cover off, guys, are my Eastern Blue Tongue Skinks. Now there's 3 of them, Bluey, Bo and Billy. So I'm just panning over all 3 enclosures since they're pretty much identically set up. Excuse Billy's mess, she's just going through her shed cycle. She's almost done, but we'll get back to that in a moment. But we'll use Bluey's setup here as the prime example. Now, all 3 blue tongues are housed in 120cm enclosures, all being 4 foot long. In each enclosure, we've got the coconut fibre as a substrate. Now, I will be changing it over to the aspen bedding as soon as Billy is finished shedding. There's no point really doing it mid-shed, else it's just going to destroy it yet again. Each enclosure has a backing, the hides, a rock or 2 just to help get on top of the enclosures. A rock and a ramp. Got the food bowl, water bowl, the LED UVB light bars from Get Your Pet Right. And with Bluey and Bo, they have a infrared projector for heat, while Billy has a heat pad, as that's something she's very used to having. Now with the actual animals themselves, we'll start off with Bo. Now Bo here is a very gentle blue tongue. He'll come out normally when it's a bit warmer. During the winter period, he's pretty much a no-show for the most part. Every now and again he might come out for a bit of food, but he spends a lot more time sleeping. However, when I do get him out, he loves his little chin scratches, and overall he's a very chilled blue tongue. His brother Bluey is kind of the opposite. He's more adventurous, he's more bold, and overall a bit more of a cheekier blue tongue. However, he's doing awesome as well. He doesn't mind a scratch, but he likes to be more the exploring type. Billy here is doing fantastic. She's the big eater of the family. When we rescued her, she was very small and she was very skinny. But thanks, I guess, to Mum for giving her a lot of food, Billy has bulked up and become a pretty chunky blue tongue. I would say she's a bit healthy, but she's a bit of a chungus, I would say. But nah, she's a beautiful blue tongue. Still a bit shy. She'll come out and explore, and overall sometimes cause a bit of trouble. So she's pretty much the troublemaker of the family. But saying that, all 3 Eastern Blue Tongues are doing fantastic. Even though we've got 3 Eastern Blue Tongues, we also have a Blotch Blue Tongue in the family. So a bit of variety. So here we have Blaine, who is technically a lowland Blotch Blue Tongue. She's doing alright. Now, she's more of the shyest blue tongue in the family. She'll come out when it's a bit quieter, or if she'll come out, she feels a bit more comfortable. If she gets spooked, or whatever reason she doesn't feel safe, she'll run to the closest hide that she needs to. However, she'll come out and sometimes check me out if I'm in the room and do her thing. But overall, she's also doing quite well. Since she's a smaller blue tongue, a very shy blue tongue, we've kept her in a 90cm, so 3 foot enclosure. In her enclosure, we've got the coconut fibre as a substrate. Like I said, we're going to probably swap them all over to the Aspen. She's got 2 hides to choose from, a food bowl, a water bowl, her backing, got her UVB, and over here we do have her heat, keep her nice and warm, but Blaine here is doing just fine. Effectively, the wall we just checked out there is my skink wall. Now we're on to another rack here. So this one cage here, I will get back to in a minute. We've got a 120 centimeter enclosure, so 4 foot. But these next 2 enclosures are about to cover off 140 centimeters, so just shy of being 5 feet in length. We'll start over here with this idiot. Here we have Dusty. Now Dusty here is my black-headed monitor. He's doing pretty good, eating well and living life. Training wise, he's still not getting the hang of it. If I put my hand near him, he'll run away. If I pick him up, he'll poo on me, or if he has half a chance, he'll bite me. However, he's not too bad. He will come down and check me out between the glass. So he's not too bad, I guess. But however, as you can see right now, he's an absolute idiot. So in his enclosure, we've got his UVB, which is sometimes he likes to hide between that and the top of the cage. Unfortunately, I can't really screw it directly to it because of the bracket here, and there's an old fitting I left in there just in case if I want to change things later on. We do have his heat. He's got his branches, his backing. He's got a whole lot of log here that he will hide into, and he actually loves kind of viewing out of this little crevice here and watch the world go by. He's got 2 other hides on the ground here he can choose from. He's got his fake plants. Don't know if I mentioned it. Yeah, I've mentioned the backing. He's got his food bowl and his water bowl. That is really about it for him. Oh, sands a substrate. But yeah, he's an absolute idiot. Look at him. Look at you. You're a fruitcake. Anyway, below Dusty, we do have the diva of the retro room. Here we have Akko. Now, Akko here's a little bit upset with me today as she's out of routine. She hates when things are out of routine or things are rearranged. She gets really cranky with me or a bit upset. By saying that, that's Akko for you. Now, before people are commenting, oh, what's wrong with her? Long story short, she's stunted or she's a runt. So unfortunately, she's got pretty much adult organs in her juvenile body. But saying that, she's healthy. She's just a special animal in that regard. Overall, she's doing fine. She's likes to watch TV with me, and she's very attached to me, even though she does get annoyed at me. So she's fine. In her enclosure, we do have the coconut fibre as a substrate. Got a hide, effectively just a bedroom. She'll go in there, sleep, come out like what she's doing now. A couple of pieces of wood. She's got her branches, hammock, backing, heat and UV, a water bowl, fake plant, a couple of rocks to help her get in and out of the water bowl, her food bowl, which she hasn't touched, and her diva sign that she's knocked over. So she's being slightly rebellious. Down on the bottom shelf in that 120 centimeter enclosure that I mentioned, we have my 2 shingle-based Monty and Anastasia. These guys are doing well. Being winter time here in Australia, they're still sleeping. So hopefully when September, October hits, where the weather warms up a bit more, I'll see a lot more of these guys. Monty and Anastasia spend a lot more of their time hiding, sleeping, not doing too much in the world. Of a morning, Anastasia does come out, have a bit of breakfast, then goes back to bed. Like I said, I don't see them much. However, they're both doing very well. In the enclosure, guys, we've got the Aspen snake bedding as a substrate. Food bowl and water bowl to this end. We've got a couple of hides in there from choose from. Backing, heat and UV. There's nothing too much going on in their lives, so we'll leave them as that. On to the very last 2 enclosures of the reptile room. So these 2 enclosures that we're looking at here are both 50 centimeters, so just shy of being 2 feet. The enclosure on the right hand side houses my Sandstone Matsui, and the one on the left houses my breeding pair of spiny-tailed geckos, Charcoal and Luna, who we'll get to in a moment. Sui here, I don't see much these days. She spends a lot more time burrowed in the sand. She'll come out of a night time to do a bit of hunting, a bit of exercise. But as soon as she sees a bit of light or hears a noise, that's it. She's back to hiding. So in her enclosure, there's about 2 to 3 inches worth of sand to hide into. It's just different levels throughout the enclosure. She does have a heat pad under this side of the enclosure to keep her nice and warm. Got a backing, 3 proper hides, I guess. So I've got one here, just one under this bit of cardboard, so I can view her if she's in there. A water bowl. The third hide here is just a bit of bark she can just go into. Saying that, nothing too going on. Oh, should mention display light to display her lovely enclosure. And her neighbours, Charcoal and Luna, both geckos are doing well. Funny thing is with these two, they have been breeding like rabbits. So Chaka and Luna here have laid, well, I can't say Chaka, but Luna here has laid 4 clutches of eggs. Now I will keep an eye on their body conditions. If these two do lose too much body condition, I will separate them and just make sure they're happy and healthy and keep them chunky. I might only breed them once or twice next year to make sure Luna doesn't lose too much weight. And same with Charcoal, I don't want him to get too skinny. But both geckos are doing fine. Overnight time, they're out and about exploring, doing little acrobatics, being absolute idiots, and just overall very enjoyable geckos to own. Regarding to the eggs, the first clutch of eggs have hatched. So I've got 2 little babies that I've bought, or I can't say I've bought in the world, but Luna's brought into this world. I'll go fatten them up, get some size onto them, and just make sure everything's a-okay with them before I find their new homes. Unfortunately, the second clutch that Luna did lay died off due to bacteria. So unfortunately, bacteria does kill the eggs. Clutches 3 and 4 are still cooking, still incubating. So when those hatch, or if those do hatch, I'll give you guys an update. So I think I posted something up on my Instagram when those eggs hatch. So yeah, I sometimes do post things over there, but not much these days. Anyway, I'm just rambling. Let's look at the enclosure that these 2 geckos are living in currently. So just under here, we do have a heat pad keeping these 2 nice and warm. So we've got 2 hides on the heat pad, sands the substrate, heaps of branches from the climb onto. Excuse the mess, these 2 geckos are very messy little geckos. Got the nest box in that back corner that Luna often lays her eggs in. A bit of timber here just for them to, I guess, hang on to. Water bowl, fake plant, and a backing. But overall, it's just a basic little setup for these 2 geckos to thrive in. So that'll be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the Reptile Room. Tomorrow, the Snake Room video, so part 2 will be out, if it's not out already. But however, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.